From Variety, celebrating more than 120 years covering the business of entertainment, this is the Award Circuit Podcast. The 78th Emmy nominations are in.
Here are the nominees for Outstanding Comedy Series.
Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, Marco's Got Money Troubles, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking, Widow's Bay.
And here are the nominees for Outstanding Drama Series.
The Diplomat, The Gilded Age, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Paradise, The Pit, Pluribus, Slow Horses, Your Friends and Neighbors.
What a remarkable list of nominees.
I'm Michael Schneider, and on this episode of the Variety Award Circuit Podcast, it's a mega roundtable as we dissect this year's nominations. At 25 noms, is The Pitt heading toward its second consecutive drama win? In breaking the record for most comedy noms ever, is Hacks a shoo-in? What happened to Half Man? How did Dancing with the Stars end its 10-year nomination drought? What can we expect from Emmys host Mariska Hargitay? That and a lot more is next on this edition of the Variety Award Circuit Podcast. Stay close.
Michael Schneider, Executive TV Editor at Variety.
Clayton Davis joins us now. He's the Chief Awards Editor of Variety.
Variety's Director of Features, Emily Longaretta.
Variety's Senior Artisans Editor, Jazz Tanke.
From Hollywood, it's Variety's Awards Circuit Podcast.
Happy July, everyone. We're back. Did you miss us?
We're back.
I hope everyone had some good time to reflect. I hope you all took a moment to sleep.
Mike, you took a crazy vacation.
I did. I really, I took my own advice this year. I just left. I just left the country. I was hard, honestly, hard coming back and still hard coming back. I still don't know about sleep. But
you also came back at the busiest time. You were like, I'm going to pick the busiest day of the year to return.
I know. Had to come back at some point and decided to come back right before everything happened.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And so here we are. It is Emmys. It is phase 2. How we feeling? To some degree, not too big of a surprise. Obviously, we knew that The Pit was just going to dominate, and it did with 25 nominations, not 26 Warner Brothers and HBO Max.
The counting, I can't.
25 is good. You don't need to include the EPK that you got nominated for. That is not The Pit.
That doesn't count. That literally does not count.
No.
It counts to them, though, so...
Yeah, but it's got a different title. It's not an episode of The Pit. It's literally an EPK that somehow got nominated in the shorts category. That does not count. Just like I will say right now, Apple, love you. You've got a lot of nominations. You got 87 nominations. You don't include 2 Apple commercials in your tally.
No, those aren't.
That is
TV.
not Apple TV. Even the TV Academy, they credit it to no network.
I can't.
Oh my God.
Yes, I was thrilled about The Pit. Mike, you must have been so thrilled about Hacks.
Yeah, ending on such a great note with 24 nominations. Most ever for a comedy.
Yeah, that's really awesome to see a show go out like that.
Yeah. So
well, what a season. It deserves it all, so.
No, absolutely. And I think, just a credit to the show, a credit to everyone involved. Basically, if you were a guest cast member of Hacks, you got nominated, apparently?
Hacks or The Pit. If you guest starred on either show, you got a nomination.
Yeah. And yet there were still a few snubs, still kind of shocked that Issa Briones didn't get in, which...
Yeah.
It seemed like everyone else did.
I did see Issa at the Hillary Duff concert last night, so shout out to her.
So she's recovering.
She's doing well. It's all good. Oh my God.
That's good. But
last night being night of the Emmy nominations coming out.
Yeah. So last night at time of recording this, so the night after the Emmys came out, the night the Emmy nominations came out, she celebrated not getting nominated at Hillary Duff. But also shout out to Issa because she's so good. So I don't know why she didn't get nominated, but also the show got so much. She's a big part of that.
Yeah, it's always confusing how they end up deciding who gets nominated and who doesn't, because then you got a lot of random guest stars from the Pit who submitted themselves and still got nominated. So more power to them too.
HBO's like, we don't want to spend the money, but if you want to, go for it and then make us look good.
Yeah.
Or look bad, whatever way you look at it.
And it worked. So, but yeah, in the Pit, like you got to love Laurie Metcalf, right? Because like you submit her name, she's going to get nominated. Yeah, she was only on for 3 minutes of the entire season, but good enough.
She was also in Big Mistakes and Monster this season. So she was everywhere. I feel like it was like, and then people were like, all right, well, which one do we want to nominate her for? We have to give her something because she's Laurie Metcalf. So we're picking Hacks.
Yeah. Does it feel like, by the way, that there are more overachievers than ever? Like, is that just a function of people are doing more projects because they're shorter projects and so they can do several things at the same time and then get nominated for them all?
I feel like we're
100%.
I feel like we're also still in the like residuals of COVID and fires, things being pushed, that this year so many things were taking place at the same time, or they couldn't come out until this year. So that's also why people are like the doubling up, because there have been a lot of like 2 and 3 time nominees this time. Like I think Matthew Rhys broke a record as well because he's lead actor in a comedy and lead actor in a drama.
Yeah. So that's wild. And then Jason Bateman is, he's acting in multiple projects. He's directing, he's executive producing. He is all over the place.
Yeah.
But then gotta love Coleman Domingo, bringing in the one nomination for the 4 seasons, but then also Euphoria. Yeah. Nick Offerman. Yep. Shout out to Nick Offerman.
My God.
Nick Offerman for Margot's Got Money Troubles and Death by Lightning. I love that man. I'm so thrilled. I'm so glad we gave him an Emmy cover too during phase 1 because what a treat.
So I
how many of the? Sorry, I was just going to say how many of the Emmy covers EE's got nominated?
Yeah, 5 of our 6 got nominated. So I'm thrilled by that. I think that's the best. I think that's the best we've ever done. So I was very thrilled.
I think you have the magic touch. I think now the word is out. Get a Variety Emmy EE cover and boom, you get nominated.
There you go.
Most of the time. So.
I have the power.
Yes. With great power comes great responsibility. So, I just finished my put together the trivia post that I do every year.
Oh, fun.
One of my favorite pieces of trivia is, so Martin Short, nominated for lead actor in a comedy for Only Murders in the Building, nominated for game show host for Match Game, and then the star of a documentary nominated for Best Documentary, and Marty Life is Short. That's the weirdest kind of overachiever.
Yeah, that is so weird because like both scripted and unscripted. Like what a strange, wow. Yeah, that is weird.
It's kind of all over the map, but good for him. And then you got the Fanning sisters.
I love a family member or married couple that get nominated.
Yeah. So you've got Elle Fanning, of course, nominated for Margot's Got Money Troubles. You got Dakota Fanning nominated for All Her Fault. And then both of them are nominated as producers of Margot's Got Money Troubles.
I mean, the Fanning house, bring it home.
So I guess you could say TV Academy members were fanning out.
Oh my gosh. Jail.
That took you less than 7 minutes, Mike.
Yeah. Right away.
Listen, I'm a little rusty from vacation. I'm trying to get back to, Punville.
Yeah.
So.
And then the other, I mean, like we were saying, not just relatives, it's also married couples. So we have Kerry Russell and Matthew Rhys, both landing, obviously both having really big days. So I'm thrilled with them. They posted a cute picture at like a pub celebrating. And I was like, oh, I love that for them.
Yeah.
So fun.
No, it's a lot of great family members, great colleagues. I love like in the talk show space. There's a couple of Jimmy Kimmel episodes that are nominated that feature Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers as guest stars.
Oh my gosh,
on those episodes. So, kumbaya.
Yeah.
Well,
there was a few surprises I felt like that I was pretty bummed about, to be honest. I was really bummed that Half Man didn't get more love. I will say that one was, for me, the big one, that while Richard Gadd was incredible in it, not recognizing Jamie Bell was pretty shocking to me.
Yeah.
And not recognizing the show overall because the writing was insane.
Well, let's start with there because, I was going to go through our snubs and surprises list, and we can kind of give some of our own thoughts and maybe add our own snubs and surprises. So, let's start with Half Man because to me that was the biggest surprise of the day. I think we just sort of assumed that it was one of the front runners for limited / anthology, and for it to only get one nomination, kind of a shock.
Mm-hmm.
So is our general feeling that ultimately whenever anyone brought up Half Man and whenever you even looked at those billboards around town, the general consensus was, oof, this is a hard watch.
And it was really heavy and dark. I mean, it was very funny, but you had to stick to it to even get to the funny. So it was dark and disturbing. And I also think maybe people saw Richard Gadd and was like, not even knowing it from the billboards or ad, but like seeing him and thinking of Baby Reindeer. Baby Reindeer was so disturbing, and we were at a different time. And I don't know if people can do that anymore. So that is probably why.
Well, to that, I noticed Chase Infinity got nominated for The Testaments. The Testaments didn't get nominated. Lord of the Flies didn't get nominated. I think it got a couple of crafts.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with that Half Man, just the dark shows, just really, people just couldn't do it, I think.
Especially kids in dark shows. And one of the things that we should point out about Half Man is the first couple episodes really focuses on the young actors, and it's the young sort of trauma, and there's so much there that really is hard to watch because you're watching these kids that are basically going at each other. It's not until later in the series that you get Jamie Bell and you get Richard Gadd really as the focus. And so I think a lot of people probably didn't make it to that point.
Right.
Because the kids portion was so hard to watch.
Yeah.
And then, Lord of the Flies again, watching kids just battle each other. I don't know if people are in that mind space right now.
No.
Right.
And you're right. Looking through the list of the shows, I mean, it is more fun shows. I mean, obviously there's some dark shows in here, but most of them are shows that you feel good about. You feel good talking about. They're great storytelling, but it's not super, super dark stories.
Or if they're dark, they come with humor. And that's where we start with Widow's Bay sort of becoming the big sort of phenomenon, the late season phenomenon.
I'm so happy for them.
Yeah. And also
19 nominations.
Blowing away sort of that sort of expectation that when a show launches late in the season, it's just too late for it to get any attention, for it to get any sort of Emmy love. Well, they just threw that conventional wisdom out the window because it came super late in the season. And I know for the longest time, talking to a lot of people, it's like, I don't have time for another show. But the buzz on Widow's Bay was so unrelentless that finally I checked it out. I think a lot of people checked it out and oh, this is great.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's really great to see the horror genre. Obviously, it is a horror comedy, but to see the horror genre getting some love. And I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the film season. It's like we're seeing big horror films take off the same way. And now we're finally seeing a horror TV show get some love award season. It's really, really nice to see. And it's really could be a sign of, a new genre that could take off because there's some big horror shows and movies coming this year too. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, although I got to say, if we're talking about the intersection of horror, granted, this isn't really horror. It's more just kind of light spooks and comedy is Where Is My Beloved Ghosts? Why has Ghosts never gotten the attention or the Emmy love that it should? But broadcast in general just doesn't get any.
Broadcast in general. Matlock didn't get anything this year, which sucked. I do think some of the, controversy probably didn't help that. But because after all of that happened last year, they didn't do any campaigning, really. So I think it was tough. I mean, they did a few with supporting, but they didn't send out Kathy. They didn't send out the showrunner a lot. So I think that was tough for them.
Yeah, well, they had a little bit of Kathy. Kathy appeared on our podcast, but I think it wasn't enough. You're right. And I think the larger sort of just broadcast in general, other than Abbott Elementary, no broadcast in any of the major primetime categories.
Crazy.
So, obviously in variety, you still have a ton of broadcast.
Of course.
But in the traditional scripted live action categories, comedy, drama, limited, all the acting categories. Abbott is it.
Abbott's
Three.
Yeah.
3 nominations for all of broadcast.
I mean, it's crazy. And no Shirley Ralph this year. Whew.
No.
Shocker.
They barely squeezed in anything for broadcast. And it was just those 3 for Abbott, which is pretty astounding. Overall, by the way, there are only, let me do quick, I can't do math because I'm a journalist. Let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 scripted live action broadcast shows got any nomination whatsoever. These are all in like the, like crafts categories that at least you got a couple for FBI, 2 for FBI.
Always
Stunts, right?
Yeah. But then The Neighborhood, The Rookie got 1, Shifting Gears got 1, Stumble, R.I.P. Stumble got 1 for choreography, and Will Trent got 1. But that is it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really wild that, man, those poor network. We love our broadcast shows.
Yeah. And it seemed like broadcast was having a bit of a resurgence, but maybe not so much. And then on the other side, cable, by the way, if you don't count, I mean, HBO is now HBO Max, so they look at themselves as more of a streaming platform. FX is now FX/Hulu, so they're kind of the same thing, thinking of themselves more of a streamer. If you think of that as those are not cable outlets anymore, no cable, none.
That's so crazy to think about.
Yeah. Because,
wow.
I mean, when you think about it, like, Turner, long gone. I mean, they once would get a couple. AMC is still, like, fighting the good fight. Unfortunately, they didn't get any sort of recognition whatsoever.
They didn't get, Vampire Lestat didn't get anything below the line? Or was that not eligible? I always forget that one.
It didn't get anything below the line, but.
No, and, because I think that came too late.
Okay. Usually I'm good on my eligibility, but The Walking Dead got
that's the only I mean, so cable in general got little things like Bravo obviously gets a couple, including in sort of the competition reality. Adult Swim got a couple.
So that Summer House got in and Ariana Madix got in for hosting, which is for Love Island. I mean, that's so cool. That's obviously not Bravo, but still.
Is that cool?
I think that's cool that she got in. I mean, she shouldn't win.
Is she a good host? I don't know.
I don't watch Love Island.
Was that a surprise, though? I mean, come on. Like, who had that? Nobody had that in their predictions.
That was a surprise.
That was definitely a surprise. And I think because Love Island did so well, it was like, oh, I guess we're all just going to go in on this.
So Dancing with the Stars. Back in.
I am so happy. I know, Mike, this is a battle between you and I because it knocked out your
It did knock out my beloved Amazing Race.
I know, but they've been there for so long. And you know what?
Yeah.
It's time for someone else to come in and get another shot. So while I don't think dancing is going to, I don't know if it's what it'll do, but I am very thrilled for them. First time in 10 years back in that series category. And after their giant season, I think that's just such a cool thing to have.
They did have a giant season. So, I can't say I'm too shocked. And it had a good run. It was, nominated for 10 years in a row before it sort of fell out in 2016. And at that point, I think everyone thought, well, Dance with the Stars had its moment. It had its day in the sun. It's gone. But the fact that it was able to revitalize itself.
I mean, that's always impressive. I kind of feel like that right now about not a nominated show, but about Mariska Hargitay and Law & Order, because I feel like SVU is back in the world, but more than anything, I think Mariska's having this giant resurgence, and now she's the host of the Emmys. Like, that's just so crazy that she is the moment right now. I mean, completed an amazing Broadway run, was everywhere at the Knicks games, was at Taylor Swift's wedding. Like, she is.
She literally went from her Broadway show to a Knicks game.
Exactly. And then she was nominated for 2 Emmys this year for her documentary. So, I mean, that's amazing. And now being host, I cannot wait to see what she does as host. First woman in 15 years. That's quite an accomplishment.
Stunning, by the way, that it's been 15 years. And as I noted, like, only the 4th woman to host at all this century.
Like, what?
Crazy.
What's going on? What are we doing here?
Yeah. It is crazy. Yeah, because 2 of those were Ellen DeGeneres, and then there was Jane Lynch was the last to do it way back in 2011. So
might as well be a different lifetime.
When Glee was that was because of Glee, a show that was
oh my
on
god,
how many lifetimes ago?
Oh my gosh! And Mariska's been on TV through all of this,
through all of it,
playing that character, and now she's the same way Dancing with the Stars is back. Mariska is back. She has made this incredible like resurgence. I love it.
Yeah. So how? By the way, like I'm sure the betting. What are some of the betting sites now? I'm not paying attention.
I haven't looked at anything. Have you guys been keeping up with that? Because I'm sure Kelsey's been all over it.
Yeah, but I'm sure like the bets will be like how soon does she mention the Knicks or how soon does she bring out one of the Knicks?
Oh, she comes out. My guess is she comes out with Jalen in the opening, or she comes out wearing a Knicks jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or one of those shirts that say like Mariska Hargitay, like the one from the
God.
So more snubs. Paul Anthony Kelly in Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. So Sarah Pigeon got in, but not PAK. Do we call him PAK? Is that PAC? Is that a thing? Or did I just make that up?
I don't think you call it that.
No.
Okay. But he didn't get in, but he seems to have a good humor about it, to the point that apparently he asked our social team if he could frame our snub, our mention of his snub in our story, so he could put it on his wall because he wants to be motivated.
You know
because
what? I love it.
Same.
I mean, he's very beloved, and he's going to be. I think he's going to be in. Is he in the new American Horror Story? So the show did what it needed to do for his career. He's fine.
Yeah. No, it's, by the way, like hook yourself to the Ryan Murphy wagon, and that's not a bad wagon to be hooked up to.
No, it's not.
He'll be taken care of.
He'll be in dark shows forever, but it's fine.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't get though, and this is the same, it's like we have this with the Oscars where you nominate everybody but the director, and it's like everybody got nominated but him.
Well, we
it's
had
like, how does that?
Couple of those weird instances where shows were nominated, but like no one else.
Your friends and neighbors.
Your friends and neighbors.
Yep.
But John Hamm or anyone from the cast is nominated.
Right.
Nobody Wants This nominated for Best Comedy, but none of the stars. So nobody wanted them.
Nobody wanted them. Wanted the show, but nobody wanted them.
But again, a lot of this just comes down to there aren't many, you've got 5 for the most part on the actor's side slots. Yeah. So there aren't many slots for a lot of people. So,
yeah.
So, is it a snub or is it just like a matter of numbers?
I don't think it's a snub. I think it's more just,
Because there's I know we wrote that, Euphoria not getting a nomination for Best Drama was a snub, but was it ever going to get a nomination? Let's be honest. It's pretty lucky that Zendaya still got nominated.
That Zendaya is Zendaya, so that's why she got nominated. Right. Let's be honest. She's everywhere, so she's at the top of everyone's mind. She's literally never looked better than the press tour she's currently on, so people are under their algorithm all the time. Why not nominate her?
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney not nominated, but again, I don't know if I'm that shocked.
I'm negative shocked.
No.
Stranger Things not being nominated for drama in its final season. A lot of times dramas don't get nominated in their final seasons just because at that point, people have kind of moved on.
Yeah. I was a little bit surprised by that just because Stranger Things did have such a big push for the last season. I mean, I think it's still got like 7 noms or something, a lot of below the line stuff, but no acting, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms did quite well, quite honestly.
This was that was like my nice surprise. I feel like that was really cool to see it get a nomination in the drama category and then a bunch of others.
Yeah, I know we put it down as a snub, but honestly, I think it did well. I think we put it down as a snub because it was left out of the acting categories, but those aren't as well known.
Totally. I mean, it got some great other noms like music and things that are really big for that show, and then of course the drama nom to me was like that's a win for them.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jury Duty Presents Company Retreat. I think that was always going to be tough for it to repeat just like how it did in its first season because it was such a phenomenon in season 1.
I was actually surprised that it got the writing nom because like the writing noms for comedies are hard. And I think going up against, I just pulled it up and it's literally like it's nominated against Katie Dippold for Widow's Bay, and then the Hacks crew, Lisa and Michael Patrick King for The Comeback, Tim Robinson for The Chair, and Quinta for Abbott. I mean, that's such a big writing group that I'm like, that's such a success to even get that nomination.
Huge win, especially because I think for a lot of people who maybe don't know the show, they just look at the show, they probably think it's a reality show, not realizing that no, it's a written show. There's only one person who's being real. But, the fact that they're able to kind of get past that stereotype is pretty strong. So, win for that show in that case. Paramount Plus got one nomination.
I feel sad for them. That makes me sad.
Rough day for them. Taylor Sheridan, of course, completely snubbed, which I think will just add to his, I don't know, his complex of being a outlaw. I'm not about the coastal elites.
Yeah, I mean, he literally was like, I don't care about this. I do think it's kind of a bummer that he does no promotion because I do think if he did a little bit of FYC stuff, he may get in there. But they did a lot with Landman. They did a huge push with Landman.
Yeah.
So
and the Madison. They did a lot with the Madison.
Right. Yeah. So I'm actually kind of surprised that didn't get something. I mean, even just like Michelle Pfeiffer or Billy Bob. Exactly. Two huge names where you figure they kind of transcend whatever voters have against Taylor Sheridan shows. Sure.
So that was a bit of a surprise. Is that a larger Paramount Plus issue? I wonder. I don't know.
What's the priority over there these days? We don't really know right now.
Yeah. One of our podcast guests who I was bummed not to see get a nomination was Ashley Padilla.
I was bummed too. I feel that makes me sad. I don't know that Connor Story needed to get the nomination for Saturday Night Live.
They just wanted any piece they could of Heated Rivalry. They're like, okay, we can't actually nominate Heated Rivalry, but we're going to nominate Connor Story.
I love Connor Story. I'm nothing against the man, but really, that's what we're going with. I just feel like maybe some other of the Saturday Night Live players could have been in there.
Yeah, SNL didn't have a huge year when it comes to nominations compared to how it's done in the past. But that was too bad to see. So the Bear cast.
You know what I thought was interesting with the Bear was that Jeremy Allen White didn't get nominated. Only Io, actor-wise, Io got nominated. And not that she doesn't deserve it, but it was just very surprising to see him miss and her get that.
Yeah. Or Eben, for that matter.
Yeah,
it feels
for
like,
sure.
he's having a moment right now. So you figure he kind of sneaks in, even if people are kind of down on the Bear, they still love him. They still love Cousin.
And then we saw on the other side of that, Lisa Kudrow getting the nom, but The Comeback not getting the nom.
Yeah. And,
I was disappointed about that.
And I wonder, that again just comes down to there's only 8 slots, so not everything could get in. But
But the Bear did.
Surprise. Yeah.
It's very interesting. And Only Murders in the Building. And again, nobody wants this. So it's like these shows that are they still resonating? Are people still talking about them? Like people were talking about The Comeback. So it is interesting that sometimes that's not enough.
Yeah. And I wonder what that is. Maybe there is sort of just, people are just automatically clicking the boxes that they're used to clicking every year and not thinking about The Comeback because they see shows that they've seen year after year on their ballot. And they're like, well, it's once again The Bear. Oh, it's once again, nobody wants this.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What else? We had, I love Bill Earl, our web editor, who put together the snubs and surprises list, he put as a snub that Dropout couldn't drop into the nominations. I love and Clayton's not here to defend Dropout this week, unfortunately, and we're thinking of Clayton, by the way, and his family.
Yes.
You know, he's gone for a personal reason this week. Hopefully, he'll be back next week. But Clayton's not here to defend Dropout because I think the three of us are like
okay.
Sure.
Sorry.
Sorry, Dropout. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say either. I'm also going to give my shameless shout out to Survivor for getting in and Jeff Probst, because I always love to see, and they had such a big year that I would have been so disappointed if they hadn't gotten in. So showing the love for CBS there too.
They did have a big year, so I definitely could see that happening. Other things you guys were happy about? What
else was I happy about? It's so much easier to talk about the things I wasn't happy about.
All right, well, we can keep going there too.
No. I think bummed that Task didn't get a show nom, but still so thrilled that Mark Ruffalo and Tom Pelphrey both got some love there. I was really, really happy about that.
Yeah.
I loved Sally Field getting in for Remarkably Bright Creatures. I mean, Sally is just a legend. It was lovely to see her do that. Just because I love tennis, seeing the Rafa doc be nominated also. And of course, Lady Gaga landing her 6th Emmy nom for Wednesday in The Dead Dance. I was like, yep, I'm all in. Yeah. That's what I'm happy about.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm happy that the Bad Bunny halftime show got 9 nominations, the most ever for a Super Bowl halftime show.
It makes me so happy just to know that it pisses people off.
Yeah.
We love it.
It makes me so thrilled.
I will tell you something funny about the nomination for the halftime show, and we're gonna have to ask the Academy about this. I wrote about this in my trivia story, but both Benito is nominated as a producer of the halftime show, and then Bad Bunny is nominated as performer. That's the same person.
Does he get 2 noms? Did he get?
So he gets nominated twice but I don't think you can actually do that.
What? That's so confusing.
I'm not sure 2 different personas of the same person can be nominated for the same project.
Imagine it's like Lady Gaga and Stephanie. It's like, wait a minute.
Like, how does that happen? But amongst the nominations, also Taylor Swift, the Newlywed, got nominated because she's an EP on the Eras tour.
If
Disney
we are
special.
still talking music, one of my favorite things ever is that 50 Cent can say he was nominated for.
Oh my God.
He has got the last laugh on this. He has proven that the right amount of pity the right amount of petty will get you very far.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy about it.
I think we talked about that yesterday. It's like, this is amazing.
Like 50 Cent getting nominated for Taking Down Diddy. Yes.
Yeah, and I want to just see his his petty speech on stage if he wins, because it's going to be so just petty, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Oh, it'd be so good.
So, all right, let's go through the 3 main categories real quick. So, starting with limited. So the nominees: All Her Fault, The Beast in Me, Beef, DTF St. Louis, and Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. Loving DTF here.
Yeah.
No Black Rabbit, DTF instead. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and honestly, that was another sort of late bloomer, I think, along with Widow's Bay. It was one that just kind of, as more people were watching it and talking about it, people were really sort of appreciating it. It was such a original, different idea. Love seeing it there. So, all right, comedy series. We got Abbott Elementary, The Lone Broadcast Holdout, The Bear, Hacks, Margot's Got Money Troubles, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking, and Widow's Bay. So
I'm happy with that. I think that the comedy, it's a well-rounded group. It represents a lot of studios. It represents a lot of different streamers. I'm pretty thrilled with it. I'm not thrilled with Nobody Wants This, but other than that,
So question, it's funny because the narrative for so long was, is The Bear a comedy? And you started to see some of that creep over to Widow's Bay when the nomination came out. Is Widow's Bay a comedy?
Sure. But if The Bear is, then Widow's Bay is.
Then I guess anything is.
Yep.
Dogs and cats living together. Who knows what's what anymore? So that being said, is Widow's Bay the new spoiler? We were talking for the longest time that maybe Shrinking was the spoiler for Hacks, but is Widow's Bay the new spoiler?
I think Widow's Bay is the new spoiler, and I will say, because Clayton said it yesterday, I will take his words that he said that he thinks Widow's Bay is going to win. I don't think Hacks is going to get beat, but I would love to see an underdog win, but I don't think that Hacks is going to lose.
Yeah, because I think the one thing to poke holes into Clayton's theory is that Hacks just pulled off history with those 24 nominations, most nominated comedy in history. Clearly, the voters are all about Hacks, and so I have a really hard time seeing it not win.
But then how many does Widow's Bay go home with then? If it, where does it succeed?
I think there is a world in which Widow's Bay could, it's so hard, that Matthew Rhys could win in lead actor in a comedy.
Absolutely, and it helps that Hacks doesn't have a player there, so
right.
It really does. It really does help.
Yeah, and automatically you see everyone else there, and everyone loves Martin Short. Yeah, Jason Segel's there. Steve Carell for Rooster, which that's the only nomination for Rooster. And then Yahya Abdul-Mateen too for Wonder Man. I think that's just a win automatically for the show getting nominated, but
100%.
doesn't really have a chance to win. So I think that's where Matthew Rhys, without a doubt. Yeah. All right, drama series. We got The Diplomat, The Gilded Age, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Paradise, The Pit, Pluribus, Slow Horses, and Your Friends and Neighbors.
I'm missing Task, but I'm happy with all of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, it's, the Pit, once again, with 25, it's hard to see a world where... Yeah, I mean, I think obviously the spoiler is Pluribus.
We would love to see Pluribus. We always would love to see that do well, but I just don't see a world in which the Pit doesn't win that.
Yeah, and with Pluribus, the win probably is Ray Seahorn for lead actress in a drama.
Yeah,
I mean when you look at the competition, it's Zendaya. Jazz, are you in traffic? Do you need to pull over?
Somebody outside is having a shit fit on Fountain Avenue.
Someone doesn't like my Ray Seahorn suggestion.
It's like Carrie Coon.
It literally is Carrie Coon outside, just waiting for her moment. But all these people are great. Carrie Coon, Chase Infinity, Kerry Russell, Zendaya. But I see an easy path for Ray Seahorn.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
So I may have just jinxed it for Ray Seahorn. My apologies, everyone. But we'll have plenty of time to get deeper into all of these in the coming weeks. So, but yeah, I think that's a good starter for us. So, and any closing thoughts? Anything now you need to go back and watch now that nominations are in that you're saying?
I've seen most. I will say one thing that stands out to me that we didn't talk about. Obviously, Rob Reiner got the nom for The Bear, which was incredible for the guest spot. Yeah. And I find it so interesting because he's up against Michael J. Fox, who's the most beloved person in the world. Yes. And I'm like, how does Rob immediately win because of everything? Or, it's just interesting. It's something that stood out to me because I was like, no one could beat Rob Reiner. And then I was like, if anyone could. It's really
are you going to vote against Michael J. Fox?
Right?
But are you going to vote against Rob Reiner?
Rob Reiner's going to get a shot next year, too, because of the Larry David show. So
it's can we do a tie?
Literally.
Don't put that out there. Oh, my God. Can you imagine? No, the other nom that I'm really happy with always is the Slow Horses love for Jonathan Pryce and Gary Oldman. I will always tell people to watch that show, put the subtitles on, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Our soul slow horses stand here.
Not about horses. But, yeah, and then again, the variety category is going to be interesting because it still sounds like I'm not sure if even the Academy or the producers know what they're going to do if everyone wins and they suddenly have, so many speeches throughout the night. But I think it's still a possibility that
it is cool to see that it's Comedy Central, ABC, HBO, CBS, NBC. Like it's right to a little bit of everyone.
Yeah. Just like the one category where it's still networks is Variety Special Live because it's all NBC, CBS, or ABC, including the Golden Globes. Our
out to PMC.
Sister publication, first nomination in a while for the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
And Jay Penske's first nomination, by the way.
That's right.
So
right.
Shout out to Boss Daddy.
So, signing our card. I can't say it, so you can say that.
I completely stole that, obviously, from John Oliver. But so congrats to Boss Daddy. So on that note.
A great way to wrap it up.
Yeah. We'll be back next week with more thoughts and surprises. So see you all then. Bye.
Bye.
And that's it for this edition of Variety's Award Circuit Podcast. If you've got questions for the Award Circuit Podcast Roundtable, drop us a line at the Emmy Emergency Hotline, 323-617-9110, and you may appear on a future episode. Be sure to subscribe to the Award Circuit Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you download podcasts. Also, head on over to Variety.com and click on the Award Circuit tab to find the latest awards predictions and key races, as well as your daily fix of news, analysis, and reviews. For Jazz Tanke, Emily Longaretta, and Clayton Davis, I'm Michael Schneider, and we'll see you on the circuit.